Hello. So there's a new expansion coming out. Beginning of fall this year apparently. So the game's not dead after all. Or at least it will they probably have like a basic team that keeps developing, of course, with the existing limits and the existing engine and everything. But yeah, they're putting out new stuff. So can MMOs really die? Not sure. I would have loved to play like Warhammer Online. I'm not even sure that it's probably possible by jumping through some hoops and loops. Not sure. Well, but anyway, let's continue with this story nevertheless. Whatever will happen in the future will happen. Anyway. Where were we? So... infiltrate library to Turin. Turn to Thule. And that is the library right in front of us. Yeah, let's go there then. Okay, no players here. Let's use our trusted striker. The distances are vast on this planet. Well, somehow they just feel like that. This was all those great empty open spaces here. Good day to you, sir. How's Aldi? Alright. Don't know if I want to fight in here. Oh, this statue looks a bit different. Look at this guy. He has his own light source that is floating above him. Some weird crystals. Who are you? Okay, we got an entry that we're not reading. What level are those? 28. Yeah, they're a bit lower than I am at the moment. Is this the right place? Yeah. Yes. Death to all droids! He's just running away. Wow, that's quite a strong droid. Almost finishing me off here. Feels like I'm doing no damage here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. The civilians mixed in between there. I must watch out that I don't hurt them accidentally. Because we're nice, right? Man, what's with all the stunts? Seriously. Again? No. Override house all the history records. Well, that's always good. Don't even remember why. Oh, that's a bonus thing. Let's see. Just spreading some chaos, causing some havoc. Did I miss another one? No. Well, it's that easy. You just flick your fingers a few times. And those librarians don't know how to, like, store data or make backup files, I suppose. Nope. Just one local data source. That's how you do it in the future. Or in a galaxy far, far away. Well, actually, let's kill a librarian here just to make sure that data stays, like, corrupted or destroyed or whatever. Just wanted to test it out a bit. Oh, that's an interesting statue as well. I haven't seen that one. 2 new ones. It's like they adore, like, librarians here. It's a cult of librarians. The most boring cult ever. Actually, I like libraries. Don't get me wrong. I used to spend a lot of time in them. Still do, but not the same as, like, way back then. You know, pre-internet times. Yeah, I still remember those. I already lived back then, in the Stone Age. Oh boy, this is like super annoying. Just because the camera goes nuts. They can do that 2 times. Wow, that's super duper annoying. So yeah, new Godzilla movie came out. Just saw an Angry Joe rant about it, and he was like saying, why don't they just like try to show the monsters like they a lot more like they did in the originals? And I was thinking, yeah, why is it always so hard to write a good story? Coming back to Star Wars here, it's like, alright, hang on. Search something of interest. Engagement party.
I thank you all for gathering here. Friends, family, everyone. As you know, this is the day that Rahana and I were to announce our intentions to be married.
Nomar, what are you saying?
I'm sorry, Rahana, but there's been...
Best party ever.
You coward!
I have a responsibility to the Jedi Order. I have decided to continue with my
Oh,
training
those
in the Force,
Jedis.
off-world.
It's your family, isn't it? They talked you out of this.
Damn Organas think you're too good for us, for my daughter. You'd better be sorry. You will be sorry.
Jedis don't like sex. They don't like passion. Come to the dark side. And there you can enjoy all the pleasures that you can imagine. So yeah, like I was saying, that's actually the cool part of the dark side. You know, I can see that. That's at least appealing. Passion. The other stuff, the social Darwinism, kind of... It's a bit off-putting if we're honest, right? You have to like be constantly vigilant and fight all the time. That's nothing for lazy people like me. But indulge in depravity and passion, well, that's something else. I can see me doing that for a while at least. The bonuses are already finished as well. Okay. Okay. Now. Oh, just return. Sure. So yeah. I was thinking to myself, yeah, why don't they just listen to the critics? But, you know, seeing the people rant on various movies or series like Game of Thrones, whatever, it all just sounds so logical. It makes so much sense. It sounds so easy, to be honest. You know, just do that, and you're fine. But it actually isn't that easy, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. Criticizing something is way easier to compare to like building something, creating something, right? I mean, that's not a really particularly deep insight, but yeah, still, I don't know. I'm always thinking about like how would I approach that, like, and it always comes back to this for me, like, whether it's like Godzilla or Game of Thrones or Star Wars, especially with nostalgia pieces. Well, Game of Thrones maybe is another topic, but Godzilla is nostalgia like Star Wars is. I think for me it always comes back to this. The most important point is to recreate the same feelings. You know, with Godzilla it would be like being impressed by the size, the sheer size and destructive force that the monster has. Like, I mean, it was always a bit goofy. It always was, yeah. So maybe it's we're demanding a bit much, like looking through rose-tinted glasses, and we're actually expecting more from the newer Godzilla than from the old ones. You know, we actually expect them to recreate the feelings of old, and also plus evoke more. And I don't know, it seems sometimes Hollywood's strengths can be also its weakness. Like, they have a certain structure down, which is very efficient to like produce movies like on a conveyor belt, on a very solid basis, that so they don't like flop hard, and they know how to structure stories, and there's just a certain level that they don't fall below, you know? So that's the good side. It's good for earning money and so on, but it's also, in a way, a restriction for creativity, because, yeah, it's that schematic, that pattern doesn't fit always on all movies. Like, you know, you have your protagonist and you bring the audience to identify with him. That is already a restriction you're making. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, but if you're doing it always, then certain movies won't work. You know, like, say, Godzilla, if a human is not the center, the focus of the audience attention, or if there are like groups, and yeah, or I don't know, Game of Thrones kind of did that, subverting expectation things when they killed off Ned Stark, right? So you see, oh, there's a shiny shining protagonist, the good guy, strong, brave guy, and then he gets killed. So people always criticize tropes and cliches. So that's what they're saying. They've seen that too often. That's basically the point, right? So you gotta be aware of that, I think. Yeah. But it is a huge problem.
My medics are treating the inspection team for shock, but they seem otherwise unharmed. I wish I could say the same for my daughter. It is clear those monsters have drugged her, brainwashed her. I've heard of this. Something in the pheromones that joins their captives to their hive mind.
And yeah, it's like also the same with these side stories here. They all have been told. So it's not that easy to make them grand and epic and like make the audience feel something for the people involved, you know. I guess it is an art that involves a lot of passion and even way more so a lot of work, probably. Meticulous work.
Turn Thul's troops against the Killiks before they can destroy another mind.
You're right. What good is the throne of Alderaan if our world is first overrun by these bugs? They must be driven out. We should slaughter them until nothing but their mounds remain!
General Thul, excuse me. It is urgent I speak with my rescuer at once. I'm Agent Craig Graff, Imperial Intelligence. It was no accident those Killiks attacked when they did. The Ulgos pushed them toward that mine.
Are the mines so important?
The mines are nothing. Not until we get production going on Lanthanide. It was a decoy. The push was orchestrated by the Ulgos to distract us from something they're calling Operation Sunshower.
Sounds fun. I like to be showered by the sun. Well, not in close range, of course, but still.
I suggest we make sure their plan doesn't work.
I've heard that term. It's come up a few times in the chatter we're getting from our back door into the Organa networks.
It's a baradium detonator, a massive explosive. They
And
plan
I
to
was
strike
just
at the
about
heart of
to
Fulland.
fetch my sunscreen.
The detonator's being transported by Boris Ulgo's elite soldiers, former Republic Special Forces, with the best weapons they could take and all the training the Republic gave them.
They cannot defeat the Force.
No one in the Republic understands what the dark side is capable of.
Just before the Killiks arrived, we acquired a data file that I believe to be the launch codes for the detonator.
If you really wish to strike fear into the heart of the Ulgos, get into the camp where they're holding it and set it off prematurely. It won't be the full force of the weapon, but let it be Ulgo that perishes, not Thul.
How about you help me with that, though? Give me a few men, at least, to help me out? No? Alright. Same as always. Exactly. I can't stand this guy either. That's why people like pets, right? Because they can imagine that they like think a certain way or feel a certain way that kind of fits their liking and their narrative. Quiet, pet, monster pet. These steps are annoying.
Please use all products only as intended.
Sure. Get rid of crap. Wait a minute. What did I sell that? Did I say all something valuable? No, that's just crap. Artifact fragments. Oh, so I guess I can sell that on the Galaxy Market, whatever. Sure, away was here. I don't care for fragments. Okay, we can keep this. Stims. Stims are just taking place as well. Let's get rid of that crap. Dog tags. 630. 500. So we need to throw this one away again and put this one there. What's this? Homing device. Toys for Campbell. No influence gain though. Great. And those, what about those relics here? Well, they're just taking up space as well. I don't know. I don't think I will regret this, to be honest. I think I will forget it, though, and not care about it at all. Right, we didn't get any mail. So, are we flying? Not yet. I think we need to go by foot or by striker. So, yeah, where were I? What was I saying? What was I ranting about? So, yeah, it is always easy to critique. It is always easier to destroy things in general. Like, compared to, like, building things. It just takes more time, right? That goes pretty much for everything that is creative that you can create. Where's the entrance? I haven't discovered this. Hello? Now let's just fly around this thing. Droids, great. I wanna fight though. Oh, of course it's up there. Tiger. No, I don't want it like that. Yeah, so the mount continues. Let's go back up again. So I guess what I kind of would do would be like to. Do you know that some authors have like regular teams that work with them? It's not like science fiction or I don't know the bigger ones, you know, like thriller authors, writers. They have like teams that do like research for them, and I think that's kind of needed if you want to get it right. Like, I mean, movie crews are huge anyway, so why not take a few men and let them like research what made any retro movie good. Like, I mean, Godzilla would be like go to Japan and see what kind of culture was around that movie and what's the general feel there. Like all the earthquake stuff, I'm sure played a role in the creation of Godzilla, you know, just because the nation of Japan is like has to deal with a lot of that catastrophic stuff in general. So take a look at that, and also then well, just try to get the story beats and the emotional beats. We'll try to figure that out. What caused them, you know, like am I going the right way here? Like I said, I mean, they probably got it right. If you see, it's not that hard to make a huge creature impressive on the screen, I guess. But there's a little more to that as well. It's like you also gotta be like awed by the destruction. Just as a kid, and I guess I still do, I always loved all the catastrophe movies, you know. Didn't even matter how good the story was. Like, if people just reacted, you know, a few scenes of how you can assume they would like react normally and logically, that would already be enough. And the rest of the time just show the destruction and devastation and just the might and power that is behind such forces. Yeah. So I guess that would be one way to like make things impressive, you know. And like I already said, similar was Star Wars. Like, think about what made Vader impressive, and then don't make a Vader clone, but capture the essence of the intimidation and the darkness that surrounded Vader. You know, like the tone of his voice and the cruelty also, and don't basically again coming down to just don't use too many tropes, make them more human. That's also a thing, you know, make evil people more human, not completely evil, but like maybe only just 75% evil or whatever. Give them a good motivation where you can like follow. I mean, she's like follow her way basically. She's a slave, and so yeah, rough upbringing is always a good start, I suppose, but it is also a bit cliche in a way. So I guess subvert expectations there on a more minor level, and basically like twist it around, maybe like I don't know. I think the Game of Thrones quote evil unquote characters kind of did that really well. They were not like completely evil, all the Lannisters. They were like, you know, they had really good motives. Power was good enough, but a few times they were like super cruel, and that is already enough to make a good character. You can make them like normal most of the time and just be your normal power hungry politician, protagonist, whatever, soldier, you know, whatever profession they have, but just throw in some story beats that show that they're evil occasionally, but the rest of the time you can kind of identify with them, and so the moments when they are cruel stick out more, and also like burn your soul in a way, you know, like they if they make you go like, oh no, why did he do that? But not like, and here, spoiler alert, watch out, Game of Thrones spoiler alert here, big warning. Not in a Dany kind of way, Daenerys kind of way, where you're asking yourself, wait, what? Why the hell did she do that now? So she's mad? No, don't use madness as an excuse. I mean, like, her, like, yeah, planting is a thing, like preparing, planting a seed and then letting it grow over the course of the story. I guess that's important to make it more believable. Or just make it like logical and consistent with just make it consistent, I guess, with what happened before. Alrighty, big boy, time to die. What's this? What's glowing all the time? Weapon damage. They think your target used from behind. Okay. Sure, use it. We can do it from behind, no problem. So do we get Star Wars each year now? I'm not even sure. Well, let's see. Uh-oh. More guys to kill! We need to go down here? No, just go out again. We'll go. Yeah, this is going to be... Nope, not a fight. Really suppressed. See yourself inside the safe room? Okay. Sure. I'm not even sure what I did there. Probably some explosion going on there. Return to some soul guys. Sure. Let's do that. Can we drop down here? Walls everywhere. I don't like that. Man, the music is still in super high action mode. Yeah. So, maybe I would even start with the music, in a sense. If I would, like, help create a movie in whatever setting that has retro references. Because it kind of sets the tone, the emotions. But music are also a way, like, music can also be boring, to be honest. I mean, I guess everything can be boring, but I think you notice it when the music is missing for once, and you think, hey, wait a minute, this movie is different because it did not use music at a place where like 99% of all the other movies use music. So yeah, I guess you can make it boring as well, but it is also a good like ground, a good starting point to weave like a carpet, a magic carpet that lifts off them, so kind of reflects the tone. And yeah, do I really need to mention the score of the first trilogy? I mean, that kind of says it all, right? Everybody knows that, and the Imperial March and all that kind of stuff. You know what's going on just by listening to the music. It's so damn great, Can't say that for the other movies that followed. I mean, they kind of reused the theme, and I guess it's not terrible. It does its thing, and it fits the mood, and it does a lot of things, but it's not a thing that I've heard like in a loop for hours, So, at least not the newest stuff. I'm sorry. Oh wait, I need to talk to one guy here. Right in front of me.
Thank you. You are again Thul's savior, saving our lands from devastation and death.
The abilities of the Sith are truly beyond the capacity of the rest of us to understand.
Oh yeah. No big deal.
It was actually quite simple.
Then we must
Just
bow
kill
to your
everyone.
skill even more, for it is more than any of our troops could do. With the Ulgos retreating, I can turn all my troops to rooting out the Killiks, to the last squirming lava.
My superiors have been asking about you.
Kill
There
everyone,
is some
kill
intrigue
everyone.
happening with House Rist. Trouble for our allies. If you're interested, look for Dathis Elgin. Moff Sarak has already commended you to him.
Peace. Minus power? No. We want plus power. Okay, so now we can fly. I hope. Can we?
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
Yes.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
This is a beautiful, majestic creature. Look at him. It's like, I don't even know, some sort of fish that breathes air. Alright, don't remember the name now. There's a certain aquatic creature. Manta, something. Anyway, so I'm going to interrupt the game here. Thanks for watching and listening to my mind going nuts, as it does from time to time. And yeah, see you next time. Stay fresh.